the back of your head, where the head and neck would meet in the back. This is known as the hind brain. It's the brain stem. The second part of the brain is the midbrain, located at the base then of the brain, just above the hindbrain. This is known as the midbrain. Okay, the midbrain primarily registers pain. Within the hindbrain, or the lower part, you will find the medulla, which regulates the hearts, the lungs, the blood pressure. Within the midbrain, you're going to find the pons. The pons is connecting the top of your brain with the midbrain. You will also find the cerebellum. The cerebellum, responsible for your balance and movement. Now, the third part of the brain is referred to as the forebrain. You'll need to take a look at your diagram or at the diagram of the brain, and within the diagram you will see such things as the corpus callosum. This is separating. This is the separating part of the two lobes of the top brain. You have a left and right lobe, and so the corpus callosum is I say separation, but it actually could be considered a connecting factor. You will find the thalamus, which is like a relay station within the brain. You'll find the hypothalamus, which regulates emotions and motivation. Now, in taking a look at the forebrain, or at the two lobes of the brain, the very larger part of the brain, you will find that it in turn is separated into different parts. It actually is interconnected, but different parts of the brain is responsible for certain movements, functions of the body. As an example, the front part of your brain, your forehead, top forehead, known as the frontal, responsible for awareness, for initiative, for planning, for speech, for the motor nerves. The very top of your brain, known as the parietal, is responsible for the sense of touch. The back of your brain, referred to as the occipital, is responsible for sight. So when we say a person has eyes in the back of their head, we're really not too far off, because the part of the brain that is responsible for your eyes functioning properly is the back part of the brain. Then a lower part of that forebrain is known as the temporal. This part is responsible for hearing. Now, this huge portion of the brain, known as the forebrain, the term for it is cerebral cortex. And once again, it's made of a right and left hemisphere, as we would call them, a right and left lobes. And the connecting part, or the dividing part between the left and right hemispheres, are referred to as the corpus callosum. Now I would like us to take a moment here and look at the endocrine system. Now, the endocrine system, responsible for sending chemicals throughout the body, and the nervous system sends messages to these glands, telling them basically what to do, how much insulin to secrete or how to function. And so that's why a person in a very traumatic time, a severe crisis such as an automobile accident, and it all of a sudden the person has this superhuman strength and they reach down and grab the car and lift it up off of a friend. Okay, the brain has sent a message throughout the body and the glands have kicked into action. Take a look at them. One is the pancreas. Diseases of the pancreas would be diabetes, hypoglycemia. Second gland is the gonads. Of course, the male, the female organs. And a third would be the adrenal glands, just above the kidneys. The adrenal glands responsible for the stress factor, releases hormones into the system. The pituitary gland, a fifth is the parathyroid. This is the gland responsible for excitability or lethargy type attitudes. A sixth is thyroid, producing thyroxine, which controls the metabolism. So too much and you are hungry all the time, but yet you don't gain weight. Too little and you're sleepy, sluggish, and perhaps susceptible to weight gain. And now before you turn the tape off, I would like to once again go over a list of words. Some of these words I've already mentioned, but now as you have your vocabulary list in front of you, let me go over them one at a time for the sake of pronunciation, and you will need to look the words up and know their meaning, know the purpose. Number one, afferent. I noticed on my vocabulary list that there is a typo. It should be spelled A-F-F-E-R-E-N-T. So afferent sensory fibers. Number two, autonomic nervous system. Number three, axon. Number four, brainstem. Number five, central nervous system. Number six, cerebellum. Number seven, cerebral cortex. Number 8, consciousness. Number 9, dendrites. Number 10, efferent motor fibers. Number 11, frontal lobe. Number 12, hypoglycemic. Number 13, hypothalamus. Number 14, limbic system. Number 15, medulla. Number 16, midbrain. Number 17, myelin sheath. Number 18, neuron. Number 19, neurotransmitter substance. Number 20, NREM sleep, stands for no rapid eye movement sleep. Number 21, occipital lobe. Number 22, parasympathetic nervous system. Number 23, parietal lobe. Number 24, peripheral nervous system. Number 25, pons. Number 26, REM, or rapid eye movement. Number 27, reticular activating system. Number 28, somatic nervous system. Number 29, sympathetic nervous system. Number 30, synapse. Number 31, temporal lobe. And number 32, thalamus. Now this concludes our vocabulary list for chapter 2, and so we have now completed chapter 2 if you have done the following. If you have read the chapter, if you have, of course, listened to this tape, taking notes, if you have now completed the vocabulary words, you know the meanings, then you would be ready for chapter 3. You'll now need to read the textbook, chapter 3. After having read the chapter, then you should complete the study questions. And then once the study questions have been completed, you can look up the vocabulary words, learn the meaning, along with listening to the proper pronunciation, which I will give you right now. The vocabulary list, chapter 3, includes number 1, cornea, number 2, fovea, number 3, hallucination, number 4, iris, number 5, pupil, and number 6, retina.